Hello children, welcome back to the science class. Previous session we have completed unit 1, 2 and 3. In this session we are going to see about cell biology. Good health makes life better. Let's move on to the lesson. Cell biology. In this lesson, learning objectives are the plant cell with the animal cell and understand their similarities and dissimilarities. To understand the cell as a fundamental unit of life and understand the different types of human cells and their related function. The functions of different cell organelles and different cell organelles, their functions, and know their similarities and specialized. Our earth is a beautiful place where in different types of organisms happily coexist. From minute mosses to huge conifers, invisible bacteria to huge blue whale, all have a basic unit called cell. Let us study about the cell. Cell as a fundamental unit of life. Already we studied your 6th standard about cell. The building wall is made up of numerous bricks. In the similar manner, a beehive is composed of numerous axial units. Some of the organisms are represented by a single cell. So, they show a simple organisms. The basic fundamental unit of an organism is called a cell. Structure of a cell presents the arrangement of parts or organelles in a cell. Functions in the activity of each part or organelle in a cell. Cells are the basic building blocks of an organism. You learned that atoms are the basic building blocks of matter in chapter 3. Likewise, human body is made up of animal cell and plant is made up of plant cell. Unicellular organisms. Some simple organisms are made up of only one cell. They are called unicellular organisms, which can be seen with the help of a microscope. There are many single called microscopic organisms. For example, unicellular organisms, amoeba and chlamydomonas. Have a look at the image. Chlamydomonas and an amoeba. A single cell organisms which carry out entire functions. In your 6th standard, you studied briefly about amoeba and chlamydomonas. The body of organisms are made up of tiny building blocks called cells. Amoeba is a unicellular organism and also chlamydomonas is a unicellular plant. Bacteria are also one called unicellular organisms. So unicellular organisms mean single cell organisms and carry out entire functions in one cell. The body of all organisms are made up of tiny building blocks called cells. Next, multicellular organism. The cells are organized into tissues, organs and organ system in a multicellular organism. So microscopic organisms are visible and consist of many cells, but unicellular organisms are invisible, and the body of microscopic organisms involves various functions. You can see cells of onion and human through a microscope. Onion and man are example for multicellular organisms. So multicellular organisms are organized into tissues, organs and organ system in a multicellular organism. And macroscopic organisms are visible and consist of many cells. The body of macroscopic organisms involves various functions. First, we will see human body. The human body starting with only one cell. Then tissue, two or more cells made up of tissues, and this is made up of organ. Next organ going to organ system and organisms. The whole body, that means human. Cell to organism, many cells function together to form tissues. Different tissues combine together to form an organ, and different organs to form an organ system, which leads to form an organism. Many types of organ system functions together in a body. For example, respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system and circulatory system, etc. So many cells functions together to form tissues. Different tissues combine together to form an organ, and different organs to form an organ system, so which leads to form an organism. Many types of organ system functions together in a body, and example respiratory system, digestive system, circulatory system and etc. Next, plant body. Plant body is also like human body. Organ, cell functions together form tissue, and different tissues combine together to form an organ, and different organs to form an organ system. The wholes form an organism. Tissues is a group of cells organized for a specific function. Tissues have following features like same shaped cells or different shaped cells to perform a common function. In human and other animals are made up of nerves, epidermal, connective and muscle tissues, but plants have transport, productive and ground tissues. Cell. The cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell is the building unit of living organisms. You can see in a hand how many types of cells are there to work together to perform its functions. So, cell is known as the basic unit of life. Here, the hand cells are epidermal cells, bone cells, muscle cells and nerve cells. These all cells are working together, then only the hand will be work. So the cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell is the building unit of living organisms, and you can see the all type of cells in our hand cells. These all cells are working together to perform its function. Plant and animal cell comparison. Why do plant cells differ from animal cells? They differ from each other because they have to perform different functions. Now you know that there are many main similarities between plant and animal cells. Let us use how they differ from one another as given in the picture. Here, first picture is a plant cell and second picture is a animal cell. Here, cell membrane, nucleus, nucleolus, smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, vacuole, mitochondria and Golgi apparatus. These are same in plant cell and animal cell, but the other three parts are different from animal cell and plant cell. And plant cell having chloroplast, cell wall and plasma membrane. But animal cell is a centrioles, lysosome and centrosome. These are the plant and animal cell comparison. Compare and contrast of plant cell and animal cell. In plant cell and animal cell, both organelles are same. There are mitochondrion, Golgi apparatus, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, cytoplasm and ribosomes. These are same in plant cell and animal cell, but only present in plant cells are cell wall, large vacuole and chloroplast, flagella only in gametes. These are the only present in plant cell, but animal cell they are only present in animal cell. They are no cell wall. Animal cell having no cell wall and small or no vacuole. The vacuoles are compared to the plant cell. The vacuoles are very small or no vacuole and no chloroplast and flagella. These are the compare and contrast of plant cell and animal cell. Different types of cells. Our body is made up of many different kinds of cells. Each type of cell is specialized to perform a specific function. Depending on the function, cell has specific shape, size, and many have some components which other type of cells do not have. Have a look at the difference between nerve cells and red blood cells in the images. Even though there are many different types of cells, there are some components common to all type of cells. Let us look at this section. Types of cells are the stem cell, installed cells, liver cells, cardiac cells, nerve cells, blood cells and muscle cells. So our body is made up of many different kinds of cells. Each type of cell is specialized to perform a specific function. Functions of human cell. Human cells related to functions. Human cells are multitasking when it comes to functions. Though there are infinite functions they perform, 6 of them are considered important. The 6 main functions of human cell include: human cell parts functions. Parts of the cells are nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, vacuole. Here, cell wall and chloroplast are the present in plant cell. Here, the function of cell wall and chloroplast also see now. First, nucleus. Nucleus functions controls all the activities of the cell. And cytoplasm. Cytoplasm functions stores dissolved materials. And parts of the cell is cell membrane. Cell membrane functions are protects the cell and controls the flow of material in and out of the cell. Next, plant cell, cell wall. Cell wall function is gives support and maintains the shape of the cell. And part of the cell is chloroplast. Chloroplast function is contains Chlorophyll for the process of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and changes light energy to chemical energy, that means food. And parts of the cell is vacuole. Vacuole function is contains cell shape made up of dissolved minerals. Thank you, children. Next session we will see what's